What's up, everybody? Yeah. Do you guys like true crime shows at all? Yeah. I've been watching a lot of unsolved mysteries lately, and I can't help it. Whenever I watch that show, the only thought that goes through my head is like, oh, murder is so much easier to get away with than I thought it was. Like, there are thousands of these shows, which means there are thousands of unsolved murder cases. I don't know, you guys just better fucking laugh at my set. That's all I'll say about that. Yeah. My brother is a former minor league baseball player. Yeah. He played minor league baseball in rural West Virginia. Yeah. And an interesting fact about minor league baseball in rural West Virginia is that about 50% of the players come from the Dominican Republic. And 100% of the spectators come from the Cracker Barrel. So it's a pretty diverse crowd, yeah. I would go to the games. I loved listening to the conversations the spectators would have with each other. They'd be like, these fucking immigrants, man, they're crossing the border, they're stealing our jobs. And 5 minutes later, they'd be like, all right, Pablo, hit us a home run. I took Spanish in middle school, like many people. Yeah. What's funny about that? Yeah. I'm educated. Yeah. 6th grade, baby. Yeah. I took Spanish in middle school. We had this assignment where we had to watch a Spanish language movie and then give a presentation on it for the class. And so I just Googled like good Spanish movies, and the first movie that came up was this movie called Y Tu Mama Tambien. Familiar? All right, cool. If you don't know that movie, I found it on Netflix and I watched it. And the first scene of that movie is a very graphic sex scene. And so is the last scene, and most of the scenes in between. And I was 11 years old at the time. I had just hit puberty, and I was like, yes, una película muy bien. And then I had to present on it for a bunch of other children with like my 6th grade Spanish vocabulary. I was like, con muchas tatas. That's a Spanish word, right? Yeah. I like movies a lot. I'm really into movies. But I can be annoying about it. I can be that obnoxious movie nerd, you know? Like, I was in high school when the movie The Shape of Water came out. Right. We're doing all the hits tonight, yeah. Shape of Water. I remember I was sitting in math class one day, and there were these 2 girls behind me talking about the movie, and one of them went, The Shape of Water? I hated that movie. I didn't get it. And upon hearing that, 15-year-old film snob Teddy Fischer immediately threw his pencil down on the ground and went, oh, take back the Oscars. Caroline didn't get it. And then I looked up and everyone was staring at me. And I couldn't figure out why. And then I realized it was April and my first time opening my mouth in this math class was to yell at a girl for not liking a movie about bestiality. Let's be clear. The last time I had opened my mouth in school was to present on Y Tu Mama Tambien. It was, I earned quite the reputation. A little bit about myself. I graduated from college last year. Thank you, yeah. I studied English and theater. Yeah. I studied reading and reading out loud. I studied unemployment, actually, as a person I learned. Prepares you well, yeah. So I graduated from school and I moved to New York last summer. My first time on the New York City subway, I got on the train, and standing in the middle of the train, there's this woman holding this like mesh sack. And in the middle of the sack was a gigantic live snake. And I found this fascinating, so I took my phone out to take a picture of it, but there's this old man standing next to me, and he thought that I was taking a picture of him, so he leaned over to me and he went, if you're taking a picture of me, I'm gonna snap your fucking phone in half. I was like, I landed at LaGuardia an hour ago, so And I was like, no, I'm taking a picture of that snake. You see that live snake over there? And he turned and he looked and he went, that snake's in a bag. And then he snapped my phone in half and went on with his day. He was really strong. All right, you guys have been super fun. Have a good night, everybody.